Welcome to Game Day with Hick The Stick for week 17 of the college football season. Christmas is over and it's time for a new year. We've already seen some bowls, but now it's time for the New Year's Six bowls. Oklahoma and Florida played in the Cotton Bowl. Oklahoma won that game 55-20. They played a great game against Florida. Wasn't even a close game. Now it's time for the other New Year's Six bowls. That includes the college football playoffs. We got Alabama versus Notre Dame in the Rose Bowl and Ohio State versus Clemson in the Sugar Bowl. Can't wait to watch those playoff games, especially Ohio State versus Clemson. That should be a good one. What a way to start the new year.
Our first bowl game is the Peach Bowl with Georgia versus Cincinnati.
Our first game, we got Cincinnati versus Georgia in the Peach Bowl. Cincinnati is a little mad after not making the college football playoffs, but no non-Power 5 team has made it. So, Cincinnati needs to win this game for the future for those non-Power 5 teams to show the committee they need to be in the college football playoffs. Cincinnati is mad, they're angry, and they want to show it in this game against Georgia. Georgia's played some big games this season and has not got that big win. Can they beat Cincinnati? Well, I don't think so because Cincinnati is that UCF team a couple years ago. They're mad, they want this win, and they'll get this win. Cincinnati wins the Peach Bowl.
Our second bowl game is the Citrus Bowl with Auburn versus Northwestern.
We got the Citrus Bowl. We got Auburn versus Northwestern. Northwestern kept it close. They were actually beating Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship, but Ohio State eventually got the lead, kept the lead, and won the Big Ten. Northwestern, they've had a great season. They want to finish it off with a win in this bowl game. Auburn, I thought they would have been a better team than they were this season. Auburn needs to finish this season with a win. They've lost their coach already. He's been fired. They need something to start next year off good. Can they beat Northwestern? Northwestern? No. Northwestern gets this win against Auburn in the Citrus Bowl.
I think we sure like our fruit because this is the Orange Bowl, and they've got North Carolina versus Texas A&M.
We got Texas A&M versus North Carolina in the Orange Bowl. North Carolina beat Miami. I picked them to lose to Miami, but they showed up and they won big against Miami in Miami. Texas A&M just missed the college football playoffs. They think they deserved to be in the playoffs. Can they show it in this game and beat North Carolina? North Carolina, I picked them to lose. I picked them to win. Some of these big games, I just cannot predict it right. So I'm going with my gut this time. Do I hear the upset alert? Yes, I'm going with my gut. North Carolina gets the upset over Texas A&M. Texas A&M does not want to be here, and North Carolina does, and they're going to beat Texas A&M. Now it's time for my quick picks of the week. I'm going to make two quick bowl picks. Our first game is North Carolina State versus Kentucky in the Gator Bowl. North Carolina State beats Kentucky. Our next game, we got Ole Miss versus Indiana in the Outback Bowl. I got Indiana winning that game. That's my quick picks of the week.
Now we're switching it up with the Fiesta Bowl with Oregon versus Iowa State.
The Fiesta Bowl. We got Oregon versus Iowa State. Iowa State almost won the Big 12 this season, but the team that always wins the Big 12 won at Oklahoma. We won't talk about that, though. Oregon won the Pac-12. They weren't supposed to be there, but they were, and they got the W. Iowa State wants this win. Oregon wants this win. Who wants it more? That's who's going to win this game. Iowa State's defense has got to show up, and Oregon's offense has got to show up. Either team could get the win in this game. It's a hard choice, but I'm going with Iowa State over Oregon. Iowa State gets the W.
Now we have the Rose Bowl with Notre Dame versus Alabama.
Now it's time for the college football playoff predictions. Our first game, we got the Rose Bowl. We got Notre Dame versus Alabama. Alabama's got so much talent. They got two finalists for the Heisman Trophy. They got Mac Jones and Devontae Smith. These two guys and more guys on the team make this team so talented. But we got Notre Dame, who's been in the college football playoffs but have never won a game in the college football playoffs. Can they get the big upset against Alabama? It's a small chance they get this upset, but they do have a chance. They'll have to play good on offense, defense, special teams, everywhere if they're going to get the upset against Alabama. Nick Saban and Alabama, they are ready for this game. They are ready to make another national championship game. Nick Saban and Alabama, they're heading to another national championship game. I'm picking Alabama to win the Rose Bowl.
Hick The Stick's game of the week is the Sugar Bowl with Ohio State versus Clemson.
Now it's time for Hick The Stick's game of the week. It's the second college football playoff game. It's the Sugar Bowl. We got Ohio State versus Clemson. Clemson and Ohio State both won their conference. Ohio State's only played 6 games, though, and Clemson's played a lot more than that. They've only got 1 loss, and they revenged that loss in the ACC Championship when they beat Notre Dame. I feel like this game is a rivalry game. Ohio State versus Clemson. Clemson, Ohio State, they played last year in the college football playoffs. They came down to the end. Ohio State made the mistake, threw an interception. Clemson ended up winning that game, going to the college football playoffs, but losing to LSU. What will happen this year? I can't wait to see what happens. I hope it comes down to the end again. Whoever maybe makes a mistake at the end will cost them. Who will that team be, though? Clemson, they can get the W, but Ohio State, they can get the W too. Who wins this Sugar Bowl matchup? Who goes to the college football playoffs championship? I'm going with a team that has Dabo Swinney as their coach and Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback. Clemson gets the win over Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. Well, that's all I got here on Game Day with Hick the Stick. Right now, I'm predicting Alabama and Clemson in the national championship game. Next week will be my last video of the year predicting the national championship game and a couple more things. You won't want to miss it. Have a great college football weekend.